All right, Poke Nerds, we are tier ranking every single final evolution starter here today. Gonna have a little fun. If you guys agree with me, great. If you disagree, great. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. So for me, the evolutions do not count. Let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. Not real mainline games in my opinion. If I had to pick an evolution, Sylveon is my favorite evolution. That would be an S tier Pokemon. But we're not including Eevee here. Pikachu, Raichu, obviously S tier, right? Like, you can't tell me Pikachu is not an S tier Pokemon. Bottom line. Now, getting into the actual main generation Pokemon here. Quackaball, just not for me. Very goofy, very carnival, not intimidating, not stylish in my opinion. Just not one that I'm into. And this isn't going to be a tier maker where I just rank every single generation 1, 2, and 3 Pokemon at the top and put all the new ones at the bottom. That's not how it's going to roll. But not a fan of Quackaball at all. Skeledirge, pretty cool. Mouth, snout area kind of reminds me of a hot rod. Flames coming out. He's going to be C tier. C tier is pretty good. There's going to be a lot of Pokemon in C tier here. I think that it's a cool one. Overall, though, not my favorite. Meowscarada, another Pokemon I like. Is it C tier? Is it B tier? Definitely got some cool vibes. We're going to go C tier for Meowscarada. All right. Up next, Inteleon. S tier, bottom line. I mean, Inteleon has some really great cards. Inteleon is kind of like that sneaky sniper, secret agent type, water type. I love it. Inteleon is as good as it gets in my opinion. Then we have got Cinderace. Cinderace is awesome. But I'm going to go A tier. I think there's just a lot of fire types that outdo Cinderace. So it's an A tier. Great Pokemon. Great final evolution. And I love the entire line for Cinderace there, but not an S tier. Rillaboom, got to go C tier as well. Probably makes too much noise for my liking. Like a little peace and quiet every once in a while. He's always banging on the drums. Primarina does not do it for me at all. So we've got 2 water Pokemon in the bottom tier here. And 1 up top. I think water Pokemon are the most divisive so far. Will it continue on in that direction? And is that a trend here? Incineroar, not a big fan. Just not a big fan of Incineroar's design. E tier. So far, 2 water types at the bottom, 1 fire type. So are these 2 going to have the most divisive final evolutions? Probably. Decidueye, I'm going to give it a B. That's a sweet bird, flying Pokemon, grass type. Excellent design. Pretty intimidating. Doesn't get enough love. Greninja, come on. S tier. Greninja is awesome. How can you not love a Greninja? Great cards lately. Great Pokemon. Water Ninja. I mean, come on. You can't beat that. Delphox, not doing a whole lot for me. I don't hate it. Don't love it. C tier. C tier. Considered D tier, but we're going to go C. We're doing this live, so, you know, just my thoughts off the cuff here. Chestnut, that's bottom tier. What are we doing? What are we doing, Pokemon? Pretty weird one. Samurott, my goodness. As I mentioned, a lot of water at the bottom, a lot of water at the top. Samurott is awesome. I love the Crown Zenith Samurott cards as well. Those are sick. But Samurott, how can you not love that? It's the best. That's the Hisuian one up there. But Samurott. Emboar, what are we doing? Just goofy as hell. Not a fan. Superior. We're going to go A tier for Superior. It's pretty sweet snake. Grass type. Absolutely love it. Not S tier. We can't have too many S tiers here. We got to spread this thing out. But Serperior is a very nice one. Empoleon, A tier. Badass crown. He's pretty gangster. Infernape, first fire type S tier for me. I love Infernape. Love the Infernape cards from Twilight Masquerade. Love Infernape as a starter. So I think Infernape, Samurott, Greninja, Inteleon, Pikachu, or Raichu. I'm a Raichu fan. I know like Pikachu doesn't want to evolve into Raichu, blah, blah, blah. Raichu's badass though. I love Raichu. They don't give me that option here. Torterra, D tier. We'll go C tier. I mean, it's kind of cool. Turtles or whatever, man. It's like, and I like sea turtles a lot, right? This isn't a sea turtle, certainly. So, whatever. Blaziken. Blaziken is freaking awesome. I think early on, fire types were just crushing it with the starter final evolutions. Blaziken is one of my favorite Pokemon, bar none. Sceptile, very cool. A tier. So we got the bottom tier littered with fire and water types. Top tier littered with fire and water types. As I mentioned earlier, it is an extremely divisive bunch in my opinion. What do y'all think? For Alligator, so Gen 1 and Gen 2 are always going to hold special place in my heart. But again, I'm not just going nostalgia here. We're not just saying every single Gen 1 and Gen 2 starter are S tier. We're not going to do it. I think for Alligator probably belongs B tier, quite honestly. It's cool. Is it as cool as Empoleon? No, I don't think it is. Typhlosion, I loved Typhlosion as a kid, but, you know, comparatively, probably B tier, you know? I don't think he holds up to some of the other S tier and A tier Pokemon here. Now, Meganium, I am a big fan of Meganium. So, Meganium's going to go A tier. Can't quite put it up in the S tier. Now, A tier is primarily grass types. So, I think we're seeing that there's some really, really awesome grass types, but maybe not quite top tier. Blastoise, come on. We don't need an explanation for Blastoise. We'll go with the original Blastoise. Like, come on. So many great cards. Amazing Pokemon. 2 freaking cannons on its back. That's a badass turtle. Torterra, you got some work to do, buddy. Sorry. Charizard, obviously S tier. I know a lot of people have some Charizard fatigue, but you rip open a pack, you pull a Charizard, it's exciting. And you can fly around on Charizard. He's a fire type. You know, he looks like a dragon, but he's not really a dragon. Whatever. Charizard is awesome. That leaves one final evolution starter left, and that is Venusaur. Is Venusaur going to crack S tier? First grass type in S tier. Is it going to do it? It's a hard one for me. It's definitely either S or A. And I love Bulbasaur and Ivysaur, but we're not really giving the stage 1 and the starter basic any consideration here. Venusaur, are you S or A? I am going to go A tier. Sorry, Venusaur, you're the only Gen 1 starter, not an S tier. That's how it goes sometimes, buddy. S tier is primarily reserved for fire and water, Pikachu / Raichu. So we've got 3 fire starters on top here, 4 water starters. Inteleon, Greninja, Samurott, Blastoise, all in the top tier as water types. Infernape, Blaziken, Charizard, also in the top tier. Cinderace, Serperior, Empoleon, Sceptile, Meganium, and Venusaur in the A tier. B tier is Decidueye for Alligator Typhlosion. C tier, Skeledirge, Meowscarada, Rillaboom, Delphox, Torterra. Those are all alright. Like, they're pretty good. Didn't put anything in D tier. It's basically like, you can be C tier where I like you alright, or you're at the bottom, right? And these Pokemon just do not do it for me. Quackavall, Primarina, Incineroar, Chestnut, Emboar. We need to go back to the drawing board with those ones, folks. Maybe divisive, maybe not. Would love to know what y'all think about this tier maker list. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content here on the channel, which is mainly about cards and a little investing as well, but wanted to have some fun here today with a tier maker, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all have a good one.